Hello, welcome. I'm waiting to see if anybody else comes in. I tried to do this on my phone. Hi, Cranes. I tried to do this on my phone, and I would go live, but I couldn't see any comments. I mean, what is the purpose of going live if you can't communicate with anybody that's in the live? You know what I mean? As you know, I am an affiliate to a company, uniquely, how do you pronounce it? Uniquely yours down under. And every time I go to the site, if I saw it $80, I thought they were talking about American money. I was wrong. It's listed on their site as Australian with their money system. So, like, if you see no, I didn't. It's just my phone. But I tell you what about my phone. I could be watching, like last night, I was in Nix's live. I was watching her live on my computer, but on my phone on YouTube, on my account, I was watching Jeremy's. So they're not links. I don't understand because I've gone live on my phone before. No, that was my computer. That was Restream. That's what it was. I went to Restream, not YouTube. Okay, so the next time I go live, I'll go to yeah. When I was doing my collab with Rev, she used Restream because you could go live for free, unlimited. With StreamYard, you can't. But as I was saying, I found out, like if you go to Uniquely Down Under and you see a painting, because I was just testing it out last night, like say it's $80, their money, it's 57 American money. And if you use PayPal, it converts it automatically. But I'm not sure. I got to find out if the credit card does the same thing. But bottom line is, don't be afraid of the prices you see on their site because that's not the price you're going to pay. Well, Craig, if you ever buy anything, use my code. It's Dreamer. They do have a layaway. See, that's a nice thing. They have a layaway. Excuse me. And there's two different ones. You could pay half down the following month, half the other half, or put a small down, and then each month like a regular layaway. But the thing is, you don't get the painting until the layaway is paid off. So that, because, I do have a giveaway of a $25 gift certificate. Excuse me. Through them. Not from them, but that I'm buying, I do all my own, pay for my own giveaway. The only company I had that actually sponsored a giveaway with me was a long time ago, and it was TSA. So here I am. I'm ordering these paintings, and I thought I paid $100 because if you go under my orders, this says $100. I'd pay $100. You know, if you use PayPal, PayPal automatically does it for yourself. And that can vary from day to day because the money exchanges very day. But I went to this app and I just put like Australian money, $80, and it said $57. I put $100 and it said $75. So you're not paying the price it says on the site. I said, is that cool? Well, you know what happened with me and the dog. I actually contacted Uniquely Under because I know they don't like their affiliates to get into drama. They told me, says, well, we watched your video, and they started laughing when I told they dropped in and they picked me up. And she says, no. She says, he came at you. So you answering it, no. You didn't go on the attack, he did. Yeah, but you know what? I don't really know why. I can only guess. Because, you know, Cranes, I don't know if you knew what happened. A person had posted one of those suicide hotline numbers. And this poor woman went on there and she was saying how she's basically thanking the person putting that up that she had lost a adult child to suicide. And out of the blue, yeah. Now, I did go to his site at that time, and I had posted under his video, I says, were you drunk? I thought for sure, I said, well, maybe he's high on weed or he's drunk, and he didn't know what he was doing. I actually felt sorry for him, you know. I really did. I just unsubbed. I wasn't going to make a video on him. I never told any of my subs, don't sub to him. I never did any of that. And the only thing I can figure why he decided to choose me is that he figured he won't go after Miss Coffee or any of them. He's too afraid. Okay. I think he thought that I would be mellow. I'm not mellow. You know, girl, I could be sweet as pie. You know, I love to do my giveaways because I get a more thrill when I do a giveaway and my winner receives a gift and their reaction to it gives me much more excitement. And I can be mellow. No, he doesn't. Because if somebody goes after my friends, I'll go after them. Normally, if they would have went after me and didn't mention, see, if he did that video and he hadn't mentioned my mother, basically accused me of abusing her, I'd have just laughed. I wouldn't have bothered with it. I would have found it amusing. But like I told somebody, they didn't think I should make that video. I says, well, I had no choice. His video's out there, and I can't allow people to think I abused my mother. And so that's why I made that video. Have you ever ordered from, so enough of him. Have you ever ordered from Uniquely? Jill, have you ever ordered from Uniquely yours? There's two people here, but the only one talking is you. I was supposed to go live at 6:30, but then I just, well, maybe another big crafter is going live then. I says, let me just go a little bit earlier. Have you ever gotten a J-wall? Oh, I love her designs. And I know people didn't like that review I did on Diamond Art Club. But the thing was, when I moved up here, the first thing I did is I changed my address on my PayPal on their site. I had ordered a painting the week before that one. It came to me. Ordered again. It went to San Diego. I understand mistakes, and then first they told me, oh, they send it back. We'll send it to you. Just pay the $10. I was fine with that. But then they turned it around and they reneged. Well, then they got mad because I turned them into PayPal. But my friend got hold of me, and I contacted the landlord when I was told the painting had been stolen. He checked the camera. They got the painting back. They told me that the your wax and your kit, that's missing. They said they looked like all the drills that it hadn't been opened. So this payday, I got to actually send some money to friends to send it to me. When I found out that, I went to PayPal and I entered the dispute. So I guess Diamond Art Club, well, I won't order from them anyways, but my mother tried to order up from them. She paid. They refunded her. So they don't want to order from me, and that's okay because if I can't trust them to ship it to me, I'm not going to order from them. It's just not happening. TSA would have something kind of similar happened to that. It was way back when Trump the Dump was in office, and he thought he was going to close down shipping, and then they did something about the size, and all my diamond paintings didn't come. They got returned. TSA notified me. They backed up the paintings. Offered me a refund. I said, I don't want a refund. I want the paintings. And I got them. But it was kind of funny at the time because when they went back to the factory actually lost one of my paintings. And so she had to reorder that painting. And she says, well, I have assurance they have to pay me for that painting they lost. And I got them. That was the time I ordered like 5 or 6 of them. Oh, we got 3 people in here. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Say hello. Any subject is open. Now, as far as concerning the dog, that's right. Come say hi. Hi, Karen. That's the last videos I'm doing on him. Unless he does one on me again. Hi, Judy. How you doing? Hi, Max. I guess you must have seen that video I did on the dog. But I'm sorry, I had to do it. When he's going to sit there and do a video on me out of the blue, unprovoked, and try to accuse me of abusing my mother. Well, first of all, my mother lost hearing in one ear through scarlet fever. So I don't care if I'm in my room. I could be in the dining room. If I talk to her in a normal voice, she can't hear me. So I have to talk loud. But one night she got up and she went to go to the bathroom. She didn't lock her walker. It went sliding. She went sliding. She's hollering for help in the bathroom floor. I'm here asleep. I don't hear her. I cannot hear her in that room. Exactly. This is the reason why I got the monitor, Judy, because what happened was I had to wake up to go to the bathroom, and I heard her calling me to find her on the floor. I actually had to call the ambulance to come out to help me get her up off the floor because I got sciatic nerve. I can't lift patients like I used to. And I really felt bad. She felt bad. They kind of laughed. They says, don't worry, because it was the ambulance for the village. And this is most of our calls is to go pick somebody up off the floor, put them back. And at that point, I says, Mom, we can't do this. We've got to get a monitor before my subs think I'm killing you, or you get hurt and I'm back in the room and I can't help you and you really need me. So I went to Amazon and we ordered those baby monitors. Now, occasionally, like yesterday, instead of using the monitor, I don't know what gave her the idea. She had to go to the doctor's, but I heard a call on me, and I went out and find her sitting in the living room chair, dressed with her wig on, and says, when are we going to the doctor's? I says, Mom, not today. We don't go till the 28th. Let's get you back to bed. Why don't you want to stay up and watch TV? And so I made that video. I felt like I had to clear my name. That's why if you watch that video, you'll hear my mother's voice on the debunking his claim that I was physically abusing my mother. He's always been jealous of big creators. In his early vote, he would complain that he wasn't getting free diamond paintings when other creators were getting them. What he didn't realize, it's a business. Of course, big creators, they're not going to, you know what? They're not going to send me I got 658 subs now. They're not going to send me a DP. I'm too small. They're going to send it to the bigger channels like Shay or Miss Coffee. They got big channels. They've got a big audience. It's called advertisement. But I noticed even though he got big, he wasn't getting the free diamond paintings. And he was trying to make money because he had Coffee down there. And I never said anything about his dogs in any kind of live. Because most of you, if you ever, Christopher, you've seen me in lives. Have you ever seen me stay in there for a very long time? No. I need to learn how to say bye. I'll pop in. I'll type something. I'll listen for a while. But then I leave. I never once said he mistreated his dogs. I'm sure he takes care of them very well. I think he's got three. That's right, Christopher. And have you ever, Christopher, seen me badmouth anybody in a live? I mean, I was in a live one time, and I'm not going to say who it was, said something that was directed to me. I didn't even engage with the person. I just went to the side button, pressed ignored. And guess what? Unless she's in the monitor, she can't see my comments. Issue solved. I'm not going to disrespect somebody's live and go in there. I do not do Diamond Art Club after what they did to me. And it's not that they don't have great canvases, but I can't trust them to send me the paintings. Are they going to send it to me in Arkansas like my address says on their side, like it says on PayPal? Are they going to send it to San Diego? I mean, I thought the issue was solved, you know. The people were going to send it back. I was going to give Diamond Art Club $10. They were going to ship it here to me. And they got mad because I turned them into PayPal. Sorry. I mean, we were talking $100. I'm not going to eat $100 just so I can order Diamond Art Club. They ain't the queen bee. They got very good canvases. I enjoy watching other people's videos. I just won't order from them because I can no longer trust their customer service. This wasn't the first time I got into it with Diamond Art Club. A long, long, long time ago, I did. And it was funny because I went to, it was Miss Coffee's Facebook, and I didn't realize Diamond Art Club was part of their group. And I kind of put a complaint. And then one day, a package shows up from Diamond Art Club that I didn't order. And it was like a autism diamond painting. Well, I went back to the site and I'm just looking to see, did I order this? Did I order this? I didn't. I went back to the site and I said, this is really weird. I got a package today from Diamond Art Club that I did not order. I don't know if they sent it to me by mistake. And that's when they commented. They says, no, we noticed you had an autism son and we thought you would like that. Well, I took that as, oh, they're sorry, but they did this again. I'm done. It's just like pretty neat. When I got my disability, I went to Pretty Neat. I spent over $1,000 in one shot. Used to see Pretty Neat on my channel all the time. There came an issue with a diamond painting that didn't arrive, and I emailed them several times. I went to their site. I called their U.S. phone number several times. They refused to answer. I had to go to their Facebook. And the funny story was, when I did a video on their customer service, somebody told them about it, because the next thing I know, Pretty Neat had a gall to sit there and message me and tell me I had to take that video down. And I told them I'm not taking it down. So then they tell me, says, well, we got your painting, and if you take it down, we'll refund you 50% of the painting. In other words, they'll pay me to take it down. I says, no, you send the painting, I'll refund me, and the video stays up. And I know they want me back for a customer really bad, because I was on Instagram and I saw a diamond painting, and I didn't realize at first it was Pretty Neat. And I just said, oh, what a pretty diamond painting. And Pretty Neat came under there and says, oh, Linda, would you like us to send you one? I says, no, I'm not doing business with you. I actually had to block Pretty Neat. I mean, they were trying to get me back so bad, I had to block them. Because if you see any of my boxings on my channel, companies didn't send it to me. I bought it. And you know, I had one company, I did have them on there. I was very disappointed of them. They were looking for creators to show diamond paintings. And at first I said, I put down, hey, I would. But it turns out they had massive stolen artwork, a lot of Diamond Art Club licensed work. And they were attacking her. And I says, hey, you know, don't attack her. She's just the employee. Notify them, give them a chance to take it down. So when they contact me, I said, look, I can't do an unboxing for you. I'd have to be honest and tell them about your stealing. Well, all the companies do it. I says, that doesn't make it right. So this company, they know they got stolen artwork. They don't care. They were actively going into certain Facebook groups advertising stolen artwork. And in the Facebook group, when I messaged administration that they're advertising stolen artwork, they basically told me that was okay because international copyright there. And I says, wow, I didn't know this Facebook supported stolen artwork. Bye. there was 3 Facebook groups that I actually unsubbed for. And like I was telling Jill earlier on Uniquely, when I went to their site, I thought, okay, the painting's $80. I thought, okay, I'm paying $80. Nope. So if you go to their site, the money that you see on their site, like if it says $100 or $80, that's their money. You are not paying $80 for that painting. If you pay for it with PayPal, they automatically convert it to American money or wherever you're at to your money. Right now, I'm just referring to the United States in this example. And like if the painting's $80 when I was doing the thing, well, it'd be $57. So said and done, the time you buy the painting and you go to checkout, especially if, and then you use somebody's code, you're not paying $80. If you buy the painting for $80, you're paying about $57, and then you get a 10%. So, you know, I'm not real good at math, but you're not paying nearly $80. Oh, I said, okay. Now, I wish China would get off the butts. I don't know why in Shanghai that they say, oh, we're not shipping because we got people who've got COVID. Well, number one, COVID cannot travel on packages. They can't keep it closed for very long. It's going to hurt them too bad. You know, Christopher, I was staying live, but my family tells me, Linda, one-on-one, you're great. You're fantastic. But if you get in a group of people, she says, if you go to a party and there's a group of people, we'll find you in the corner or you're sitting on a couch and you're not talking to anybody. You're just being quiet and you're just observing. She said, you get real shy. And I said, it's probably because of my childhood. I says, kids at school, they figured they could pick on me. I was in, what grade I was? I think I was in 4th grade. And the school I went to, the class had mostly girls in it. I think they had 2 boys. And one was a bully. She got 23 girls to push and shove me all the way home. And I refused to cry. I would not give him the satisfaction. I realized when I should have turned around, picked the biggest one out of them and started fighting. But at the time, in my little mind, I thought, no, I'm not going to let them know they got to me. I'm just going to hold up my head and keep walking. I'm not going to tell them. I'm just going to, that's just what I'm going to. And they would push and shove me almost to my house. The next day, one girl did come back and apologize to me. I never told the teachers. I never told my mother. That wasn't my style. I never went to my mother. I went to my mother. I love her, but I did go to her for something serious, and I was told to shut up. So at the age of 6, 7, I figured, well, I can't go to my parents, so I guess I'm on my own. So I get that. And Chet is the only time I am social at all. Keyboard warrior makes me freer. Otherwise, I'm total wallflower. Yeah, Christopher, that's me too. That's me too. Yeah, Judy. And you know, Judy, I didn't put up that video to be mean to the dog, as I call him now. When he pulled that stunt and attacked a woman whose adult kicked me, kid committed suicide, telling her she was a horrible mother and it's her fault and all that crap. Where you saw other creators like Coffee, other creators were telling their subs, don't sub to him. If you do, get off my channel. I never did that. I never made a video on him. I didn't ask my subs. I would never ask my subs to unsub from somebody. Never. But he made an enemy out of me. He picked on the wrong person. Totally. He doesn't know. I will go after his channel. I will close it down. I know at least 5 of my subs. He's already, on that video he made, he's got 5 reports for bullying. And like I was telling somebody, I says, with 5 reports, they have to do something. I'm still waiting for YouTube to take down that video or give me a strike. And like I told somebody, I said, I don't care if they give me a strike or not. I don't get no money from YouTube. I spend money on YouTube. I'm not monetized. I'm on Social Security SSI. I can never be monetized. I don't care if I get 10,000 subs. I can never be monetized. It's just like, yeah, I'm an affiliate to Uniquely Down Unders. But I asked them if I make any sales, can I have it in a gift certificate, not cash? They said, yeah. So, you know, any sales that I get is going back in the channel in the way of giveaways. And Jill could take, Jill, do I do giveaways on my channels every month? Jill, you gonna answer me, baby? Exactly. Because when I do a giveaway, to me, it's more fun to see a reaction to a person I've done a giveaway to than it is for me to receive a giveaway. But I'm that way. When I was married to my first husband, he was he was a bit of an alcoholic. And he would think he was going to be a wife beater. Well, you know, the problem with that was physically I could take him drunk or sober. It didn't matter. I could take him. Yeah, I've given away, I don't know how many diamond painting, how many gift cards I've given away. Sorry, Diamond Art Club, I used to use you, but you won't be buying no gift cards from you no more. I used to buy gift cards, light pads, everything. I only stopped momentarily when I first moved up here because I had to get my money straight around. You know, and I do got to give away, you know, all I do is require that somebody be subbed. The only thing I'm doing different, I says, because every time I do a giveaway, I always post it on the first, but I don't call it to the end. And then I spend an hour going through my videos trying to find the video I did for the giveaway. So I says, no, what I'm going to do is when I go to call my winner, I'm just going to pick, and I admit, I am copying a creator. And I can't remember who it was, because that's what she was doing. And I said, that's a great idea. Yes, Judy. I broke up with my boyfriend over that. I mean, seriously, I'm in the house. Because I lived in a big house. It had 22 rooms, 5 bathrooms, a kitchen, 3 refrigerators, oven, microwave. We had a microwave in our room. We were the only tenants that had a full-size refrigerator in our room because people were stealing my food out of the freezer. And when I pitched a bitch, I admit we were our landlord's favorite. He called us up and says, what color refrigerator you want? I says, I don't care. And he bought us a refrigerator. Each room had not just a small TV. He put those like 56-inch TVs at all 22 rooms. But I told him, I said, you got to stop fooling with these homeless organization. They don't obey the rules. You know, you got a house that's 25 people. You can't be having visitors over. It's too much. One tenant said she was going to have a drug party in the common room. He said, okay, we'll see about that. Called the landlord next morning. She was gone. She got an eviction notice because that was something he didn't tolerate. I mean, he used to do so much for those tenants. He bought this, like this water cooler. You get hot, cold water. It was there a week for those tenants had it tore up. And I says, man, why are you doing it? People were stealing food. The landlord he would order top ramen from Amazon and have us passing it out thinking that would do. Well, he finally put real cameras in, and that's when he found my stolen painting. But anyways, he was outside. Our patio was the only private patio. No other tenant could come up on that patio unless they were like visiting us or they had permission. Like the one time I opened the door and I found a tenant sitting there. I said, you're going to have to leave this porch. Well, I said, no, this is our private porch. You're not here visiting us. We don't want you sitting on a porch. I think, honestly, how that fire started, that he was sitting there smoking a cigarette, fell asleep. The cigarette fell in Bridget's dog bed. And that's where it started. And he had these containers of paints and stuff that were flammable. And it went up the smoke. Now, he had time to knock, 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 baby fire, get out, get out, get out. I would have burned to death had I not decided to go out and have a cigarette. I opened the door. The whole porch is on fire. There's hot wire going across there. And I says, well, I can't risk trying to go over the wire because if it jumps and touches me, I'm going to get electrocuted. I looked at the window, our window, and I says, well, no, because it's getting on the ceiling too. So what I did is our bathroom, we shared with the tenant on the other side room. And he was going somewhere and he had locked us out by mistake. And we had to unlock his door because we had, me and my boyfriend, we had keys to all the rooms. And I had left his door, bathroom door, unlocked, thank goodness. So I simply went into the bathroom and out the door. I left my phone on the bed. I thought, well, maybe I should try to get some stuff out. No, just get yourself out. I lost everything. A lot of it was through water damage, because when the firemen came, even now they had it out, they put a hole in the roof, but it turned out it was a good thing because in between there was still fire. Yeah, he abandoned me. And then he just sat outside. And when I got out, it was me and the assistant manager. We were going back inside the house, banging on doors. We got fire, come out. And we got everybody out. And I had to grab my dog because here's the porch on fire. And my dog's trying to go up there. So I had to grab her. And then little Christopher. I used to babysit for free too. This little boy, Christopher, since he was, 6 months old, they had moved in. So he was in my life like forever. But they had moved out to apartment. And they heard about the fire. And he's 4 years old. He was so upset that they actually had to bring him over so this 4-year-old could see that I was not in the fire, that I was safe. My dog is doing fine. You know, when I came up here, it would have been too much, even for my cousin, to take me in her car, the dog, drive 1,000 miles, try to find a hotel in the meantime that's going to allow the dogs, and then her having to drive all the way back. Bridget was used to that house. She was used to the people. Her daily routine, when we got up in the morning, we let her out to go get her food. Hi, Cindy. she would go running into the main house. You could see her on the cameras. She would go to each tenant's room, waiting to see if she could find, and whoever's door was open, honey, she would go in there to say hi. And when they got tired, they'd say, Bridget, go home. She knew what Bridget, go home. My dog was totally trained, unlike my mother's nightmare of a dog. And there was this particular tenant. He was so in love with Bridget and always had been. Every dog bed that Bridget had, he bought. He's bought it like 3 or 4 beds. So they wanted her. So she's still living there. And when I go back, I can see her anytime I want. I can take her for the day. No problem. Like before I came up here, they came pick up the dog about 2-3 days before I came up here, or the day before. I went over the house. I says, I come to see Bridget. Oh, yeah, come on in. Yes, Jill. Oh, she said 7 heaven. She's actually become a house dog. They called me out. What shots? I says, all she needs is her rabies shots. Well, my friend says, well, we took her and we couldn't remember the dates. So we just gave her them all. She's got all her shots. Little Christopher mom, they come pick her up. They take her outside. They said, don't take her off that leash. She does not like to go for walks. You take that leash off, she's going to make a U-turn and head straight for the house. Because when we first had moved in that house, she had gotten loose. Went across the street to the college. Somebody found her, had her for 24 hours before they saw my ad. We got her back. And ever since then, she was definitely afraid to leave the property. So when if the gate was open, it could be open all day, she would not go out. She says, well, no, we got to put her on the leash. As long as she's on the leash. But yeah, if we take off the leash, she tries to make a U-turn to go back to the house. I says, yeah. I says, Bridget was born with an old soul. Even when I got her, some horrible people. At the time I was homeless. First of all, why would you give a dog to a homeless person? But they were wanting to get rid of these dogs. And I took Bridget, who was so full of worms. I know this is a little gross, but when she pooped, you didn't see poop. You just saw worms this long. I had to deworm her. I dewormed her for the days they recommend. I let her go a couple of days in between, and I dewormed her a second time. I had to because she was real lethargic, and then I gave her a flea bath. But the time she was 8 weeks old, you would have thought she was an old dog. She doesn't want it. She never, even at 6-7 weeks, you know how a puppy goes around and they rough house and they'll play with other dogs and they'll play with you. Not Bridget. Bridget just want to lay down. That's it. Her idea of playing with another dog, if she to play with another dog, is to take off running and have that dog chase her. We had a woman move in with a pet bull service dog. And Bridget and this pet bull would play, and Bridget would run with this pet bull chasing her, but they can't catch her because she's quick. Because she's Jack Russell, Bulldog, and Chihuahua. So she's got these long legs, short body, and underbite, and she's quick. So yeah, she's really, really great. They keep me totally updated on her. I call them all the time and say, how's she doing? Yeah. But it's little Christopher. He says, when you coming back? I says, honey, I have to take care of my sick mom. But I promise you, baby, when I don't have to take care of her no more, I am coming back to San Diego. You will see me again, but you will see birthday gifts and everything from me. Okay, because I miss you. He misses me. Yeah, I was so cute because of that fire. His mom had to actually bring him over to see that I was okay. So how many of you saw that video I did calling out Diamond Painting Dog? Nana says she cracked up laughing when I kind of mooned him. I had my clothes on, folks. I blew a gasket, is what I did. Accused me of a lot of things, but I was going to delete it, but on the video, you will hear my mother's voice verifying that I have never been mean to her. I mean, my mother would have lost her house if I had to come up. She's got that reverse mortgage. She may have dementia. She forgot to pay her taxes. They were going to take the house. They would have had I not come up and got them paid, the taxes paid and everything faxed over to them. And yeah, it was a mess. So she would have lost it. And in our home, honey, we don't put our elderly in nursing homes. My grandma died at home. My grandpa died at home. And when the time comes, my mama died at home. Even my sister who had ALS, she died at home. I've worked nursing homes, and I'm not condemning anybody who's put people in nursing homes, but I worked them for 20 plus years. I know how they are. I am not going to say what I think of them in this life, because usually if I see in life and somebody says they put somebody in a nursing home, I usually leave because I know I'm going to open my mouth. Oh, it's just somebody walked by. No, not going to happen. Not going to happen. And because, nursing homes, it's not easy. I would usually work knock shift, and I would have anywhere from 30 to 40 patients. And on last rounds, I would have to get up 3 to 4 people for day shift. And the rest of 30 or 34 people, I'd have to turn, clean, change. And of course, if a patient passes away, they always pass away on last rounds. And if I had somebody pass, honey, I had them looking good. I don't know how many times I had the morgue say, oh, how good this person looked. I took pride in that. My philosophy was that no patient was going to die alone if I could help it. I wasn't always successful, but if I was there at the moment they took their last breath. Even my late husband, I was at his bedside when he took his last breath. That's because I'm not one to panic in an emergency. I panic afterwards. You can put me in any kind of emergency. I'm cool. I'm clear. I can deal with it. I don't panic. And I can deal with it. It's just like that fire. When I realized it was a fire and that the front door, I was blocked basically by a wall of fire, I didn't freak out. I didn't panic. I remained cool. I says, no, it's not a good idea to get this is stuff. You can replace it. Never mind the phone. You don't know how bad it's going to spread. Smoke is just starting to come into the room. You need just to get out. And so that's what I did. It was afterwards, and then after we banged on the door and got everybody out, that's when I became shaky. So most of the stuff was either ruined by smoke or water. And then like my storage units and stuff like that, I don't know what happened to them. They had removed everything. They basically just threw everything away. And I says, well, you should have let us go through it and see what we could salvage. I salvaged one tray. That was it. Oh, folks, I got the stuff. I'm waiting for payday. And I'm going to be doing a video on how to make a portfolio by hand instead of spending $450 on a portfolio to store your diamond paintings. You're going to end up being able to do this. It's going to be a simple tutorial. It's going to be simple, 1, 2, 3, and it's going to cost you maybe $5. Would you like to see that, Jill? I need to stop smoking. But see, my lung down. Oh, it's one of my bird groups. Yeah, in one of my bird groups. Okay, you know, people, I'm an expert on birds. Straight up. I'm 65 years old. I've had birds since I was, what, 13? Somebody's posting a post saying, well, my bird bites. Well, if you don't want to be bit by a bird, don't own one. Go get a stuffed one. But she's wanting to know how to teach it not to. Somebody tells her, flick it on the beak. I said, don't do that. Don't do that. They're not like a dog and a cat. I says, if you do that, they're not going to associate that with their actions. They're going to associate it with you. And they're going to look at you as being the enemy. And you will have a bird that's going to be difficult, if ever, trusting you once you start doing that. Because if you got the bird on your hand and it goes to bite, see, you never do this. That gives the bird plenty of area to bite on. You go like this. If it goes to bite, you put your hand across its feet, and when it bites, you go, no bite, no bite. They will associate this quick up and down motion with their biting. Or you put them on the ground, because bottom line is, parrots aren't like cows. They aren't like dogs or cats. They haven't been domesticated for thousands of years. Any bird that you buy, whether it's a pet store or a breeder, you're buying a wild bird. It has every instincts as its wild counterparts. And this is why parrots make kind of good pets, because they're flock. They feel safe in a flock. It's harder for a predator to choose a prey when it's a large group. But at the same token, parrots will hide their illnesses, because in the wild, if a bird is sick, it endangers the whole flock, because it will, and they will pick on it, run it off, that sort of thing. So they tend to hide their illness. So the time you see they're ill, you got a very sick bird. So that's why I always took my birds to avian certified vet. Not just any vet, because vets with dogs and cats are not qualified to deal with birds. They're just not. They got to be avian certified. So I'm not buying any diamond paintings. My mother is descendant. I can get another bird. I would love to get another African gray, but they live to be 50 years old. And my issue is, okay, I'll be 65 this June. It's going to outlive me. What's going to happen to the gray when I'm gone? I couldn't rest in peace. So I'm going to tone it down. So I'm thinking of either cockatiel. So if any of you guys want a bird and you never had a bird and you want a bird, get a cockatiel, because they're going to tolerate your first time mistakes. If you get one, feel free to message me. I will tell you what you need, how to tame, all that. But anyway, to see, I've had maybe 2 birds in all my life that came to me tame. All the rest were untamed that I tamed. I tamed my first one at 13. I actually had read a book by a Dr. Gold way back when, who was the person who discovered a parakeets in Australia, which their natural color is green. Okay? He brought a pair back, and that's how they were basically introduced to us. In the United States, you cannot buy them wild. You have to buy them from a breeder. And parakeets, if you breed a green to a blue, the babies are going to be green. You raise that baby, you take that green baby, you breed it to a blue one, 50% will be blue, 50% is going to be green. Same thing, you take that baby, you breed it to blue, and you start getting soft, just blue. But see, I don't breed, because parrots that you're using for breeding do not make good pets. You can't tame them. You don't want them tamed, because they'll have the babies They may not remember how to feed them. No, you just don't do it. I used to belong to a formal bird club in San Diego called Hookbill Hobbyists of San Diego. I started there as a newsletter, went from there to librarian, and from librarian I went to newsletter, and from newsletter I went to secretary, where I was actually on the board. I used to love that club. I don't know. I think COVID might have killed them though. Because they were registered as not for profit. Started as somebody's living room. And I tried to find a bird club up here. Because I said, well, join a bird club. A lot of times they have birds on the table. There's none. I said, okay, well, I will get a bird. I will see if I can start a bird. I don't know. There's a lot of work if you try to make a formal bird group, bylaws, paperwork with the city. Yeah. It's just like that club I belong to. If they ever close down, they own parrots. They got bank accounts, all that. They can't just say, oh, okay, club closed. You can have this bird. I'll take that. It isn't. It's in the bylaws. If the club closes, they have to take the money, give it to another bird club. They have to take any birds or anything that they own and donate it to another bird club or a bird sanctuary. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking about birds because let me tell you something. If I get to talking about birds, I will talk your legs off because I am a bird person. And I talk, it's like I was telling somebody, I says, it's not just because I like them. They are part of who I am. They are part of my identity. I know non-bird people don't understand this, but true bird people, they totally understand. Yeah, I was going to go live at 6:30 tonight, but I figured, well, some of the bigger channels may be going live, and I'm already fighting with the dog. I'm really hoping he's going to let things go. I did not deserve that attack. Why he chose me, I don't know. I think he's trying to convert the issue of him attacking a mother whose kid had committed suicide off of himself onto somebody else. And he thought I was vulnerable. I'm not vulnerable. If he thinks I am, tell him to go talk to San Diego VA system. Just mention my name. You don't even have to say my last name. Just say, her husband goes, yeah, snug as they are. And like I said, you know what? If somebody attacks my friend, I'm more apt to go off than if you attack me. But when he said something about my mother, that was something. And I know he's going to see that video because I went back to his channel and I told him, I says, if you want to fight, game on. I says, game on, come on. I says, come at me. I dare you. Hi, Lovin. Sparkles, I saw you in the live. Are you going to do Nix's event? Yeah, Nix. Oh, advertisement, go away. Yeah, Nix has got 109 people in her event that starts May 1st. It's got to be fantasy design, unstarted. Later, I will actually post her Facebook for it in here. There will be a prize once a week and a grand prize. She is the one who Everything, she's not being sponsored any prize. All the prizes she's sponsoring. And Nix has got to keep spoiling me. Sent me a beautiful tray. She told me it was. I said, no, you don't have to send me a tray. Well, I just want to send you one that you lost in the fire. And I tell you, that was the amazing thing, Judy, is when that fire happened and I posted it on my YouTube channel, I did not expect the reaction that I received. I really didn't. I thought people would watch it and say, oh, well, that's too bad. But the love and everything. I mean, I actually had to tell people, don't send me no DPs. I'm fine. I mean, they were wanting to send me a DP. Everything that I had lost, they were just wanting to replace it. They were wanting to send me. And I says, no, that isn't why I put the video up. I don't need you. They made a Facebook message group to discuss what to get me. I had to go to that group. I says, please, do not send me one. I am fine. I will have fun replacing everything. They're just things. And I did. I ended up with a better camera. I ended up with a really, I actually got two tripods. One I think I paid $80 for because it goes across. The other one's straight up. I use both. And like I was saying earlier, I did try to go live on my phone. It was allowing me. But unfortunately, I could not see chat. And I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's not synced in with this because I know I was in Nick's live last night. I was also in Jeremy's live at the same time. But I've done the lives on that long time ago and didn't have problems. But I stopped it because I said, what's the point of going live if you can't see the comments? So anyways, I have my affiliate link down below. My code is Dreamer. Go check it out. Any sales that I receive, it does go back in the channel in the way of gift cards, diamond paintings for giveaways, that sort of thing. On my giveaways, like I said, Joe could tell you, I pay for my own giveaways, except for one time, and that was when TSA, long time ago, sponsored a giveaway. And who won that? Diamond painting with Dave. Has anybody seen him? I don't know if he's busy or if he's okay. Him and his girlfriend, I haven't seen them do a live. They usually go live on Sundays. He used to be a driver for what do they call it? Uber. So I really don't know. Anyways, I'm going to put in my links. Consider subscribing. I promise. Unless Diamond Painting Dog size. Well, I tell you why you haven't seen him. He does not have internet. The dog does not have internet. Diamond Painting Dog does not have internet. He films on his phone, then he goes to Walmart. Okay? He goes to Walmart. Now, I can say a lot of things about him that he has said it and passed about himself, and I could twist it and turn it, but I'm not that way. Okay. Yeah, I haven't either. I wish he'd come back. I think they might have been busy. Maybe they couldn't afford their internet. I don't know. I really don't. But anyways, I promise. Hopefully, well, I can't promise because honestly, if Dumb Penny Dog wants to try to come at me again, game on. Game on. Because let me tell you something. I will make coffee. I will make those other channels look like sweet. I can be really sweet, but I can become a real bitch. And there's people, when I used to be homeless, I was out trying to house up some money, buy cans, and I had left my stuff in my cart, and a girl stole it, and I went on the hunt. I pulled Rambo. I went to all their sites till I found it. I took back my stuff. I totally destroyed her night spot. Walked away, went back when I figured she'd be there. And she told me, I can't talk to you. Somebody destroyed my site. I says, yeah. I called her a beat. I says, I did it. You want to do something about it? Be honestly, if her boyfriend wasn't standing there, I probably would have beat the crap out of her right there because it's a street. I didn't. But I told her it's not over. I will be getting you. I never hit her. Turned out the fear of me hitting her outright actually hitting her. She never stole anything from me again. In the streets, when you're homeless in the streets, you have to be able to fight. And if you let somebody steal from you, then all the rest of the homeless people, they're going to steal from you. That's just the way it is. These organizations, I don't know, there's no real solution. There really isn't. A lot of the homeless are so mentally ill. Yeah, Cranes, that wasn't the first fight. We used to have this gentleman. He was semi-homeless. When he worked, he had a job. When he worked, he stayed out in the street. On his days off, he went home to be with his wife because they didn't pay. Somebody stole a jacket. I went and got it back. I tried to get it back peacefully. The girl didn't want to. She said she was going to hit me. The fight was on. We went over this concrete. When I did, it hit me in the ribs. It cracked my ribs. Luckily, they didn't separate. It probably would have killed me. End of story. I got her jacket, chased the bride up the street, caught her up in the... Last I saw her, she was going down the street. She wasn't wearing a shirt no more. Sometimes you have to fight. You try to bluff your way out. Girl, how can I have problems with you, Cranes? I can never, you my girl there. Come on, Jill. I've never had any problems with my subs. None. Mm-mm. It's just like I never told anybody not to be subscribed to the dog. I never have. My subs are free to sub. Oh, when you were homeless? Yeah, but didn't you have your husband with you? See, if you're a woman on the streets alone, that's why. See, I will never do a video on it because, people get married for different reasons, and I'm not going to get into it. For one thing, it makes me cry. I wasn't alone at first. When I first got homeless, this gentleman took me under his wing like I was his daughter, okay? The man was in his 80s, for Christ's sakes. He always made sure I ate. I was let go at first from my job simply because I was homeless. They found out, and I was let go because of it. I was out on employment, and he says, well, hey, you got to get this car registered, pay for the registration. How much is it? Because you have to sleep in that car. can't lose it. I says 300. He gave me the 300, and then I was making payments. He got terminal cancer. It was in his lungs, liver, kidneys. He knew that he could not make his own decisions at one point. And when he checked with a lawyer, it was cheaper to get married, legally married and married, than it was to go through a lawyer where his daughter may fight it. So that's what we did. We went to the Justice of Peace, and they were Justice of Peace when we got the marriage license. They were well aware of the real reason we were getting legally married. And the person who did it, she wanted to be the one to actually marry us. We got married, and I lost him 6 weeks later. Our marriage, for the record, was never consummated. From I do, it was caretaker only. The last time he went to the hospital with the VA, I actually used to have a YouTube channel, Cranes. If you ever, I'll send you the video because it is so long to go into it. But basically, the VA failed him. They used him as a guinea pig. The last time I took him to the hospital, and he collapsed on their parking lot, which turned out he was dying. Workers are going by. I'm hollering, help. I need help over here. They looked, they ignored. I had to call 911 operator. She got hold of them. They still didn't want to come out. Oh, but it's not a real emergency. Then they said, the operator, she put a gasket. She says, I don't think she'd be calling from your parking lot unless it was an emergency. Only then did they come out. The ER doctor admitted he made an error the last time he was, and he shouldn't have gave him that pain medication, that it actually made his interfered with the medication he was on. He was on some experimental medication, and then because we knew there was no getting him cancer free, but they had this experiment to try to see if this medicine would work to slow down and shrink the tumor to give a person to live longer. And it was interfering in that. And they didn't tell me that I took in an alert husband, that morphine can and will turn a person senile. That's what happened. He went in alert, came out senile. Next morning, he was totally senile. The doctor said, well, it was morphine. Yeah. I mean, I got 86 from Facebook because I messaged Obama. That didn't stop me. I called the White House. Told them my story. They gave me the right number, and they told me where to call. And I was basically told that they get so many complaints that they can't investigate them all. But he says, lady, after yours we're going to do something about. They apparently did, because when I got with my boyfriend, it was like something 9 years. He was the first boyfriend I had since my husband passed away. He went to VA against my wishes. He told VA, he says, hey, I got a girlfriend. Her husband died here. She didn't even want me to come here. Her name is Linda. He said he overheard him say, hey, you remember that woman whose husband died here? Yeah. That's her new boyfriend. They said they were on him like right on rice. What can we do for you? Is there anything we can do for you? I went with my friend when her husband had cancer. Ran into the people I filed a complaint, and it had been 5 years. You're going to tell me they're going to remember my face 5 years with many thousands of people they get coming through the doors every day? They remembered me. I saw the social worker, and I looked and I says, I bet you don't remember me. She says, oh, we all remember you. And I looked and I says, I bet you did. I says, you know, when I try to call you, I don't know how many times you're supposed to be a social worker. I was supposed to be able to come to you. You never answer my phone calls. Yeah, I bet you did. So they all got in trouble. And When the doctor did the snitching on me, I was back cheering. Well, that didn't do any good. It's just as bad as it always was. Anyways, I'm going to put in my link here. If you're new, consider subscribing. I will be going live from now on Sunday. And if it interferes, okay, I'm going to make something very clear about lives. I don't care. No creator, and I've never made any bones. I've told big creators this too. I don't care. Don't own YouTube. They don't own lives. And yeah, there was a time that you could go to Pippa's Facebook group, and we got certain times that we could go live, and it great, and it worked for a while. But the problem is there's too many creators, and every creator has a right to go live. I had a creator, I'm not going to say who she is, tried to tell me I couldn't go live. And I said, don't tell me I can't go live. Well, some of the bigger creators they could like, I said, if they don't like them, come to me. I'll go live when I want to go live. First of all, my love of crafts. Yeah, I'm winding down. And, to me, you go live when you want, because the bottom line is subs will go to whatever live they want to go to. We do not own you. You are not my possession. You go to live, whatever live that you want to. That's the bottom line. Exactly, because the days when I first started my channel, yeah, you could figure out who went live when and get in a time before them or after them. And there'd only be one live at a time. But that's just not true. New channels are popping up. I got to do that video. Because I know some new channels, they get frustrated. Well, why did they go? They don't realize some of these channels came when the diamond painting community was early. There wasn't that many channels. You know, it is. Diamond Painting Dog, he didn't realize, thank you, because I got subs out of it. Some of his creators came. Hold on. You know what, people? I'm going to have to end this live right now. I got my mother calling me. I don't know why I can't hear her on my thing. So happy diamond painting. My links are down below. And I got to catch you later. My mother needs me. Goodbye.